Hello and welcome to Simply Football. You're watching FC Goa TV on Prudent and I am Neeraj Prabhu. The Gors have settled for a 1-1 draw in the first leg of the ISL 4 semi-finals between FC Goa and Chennai FC. The result, of course, keeps the Gors alive heading into the all-important second leg of the semi-finals which will be played in Chennai on Tuesday. But with the away goal rule being applied, it gives an advantage to Chennai FC wherein they could depend on it or depend on a goalless draw in the second leg and progress to the finals. But FC Goa definitely with their attacking style of play has goals in their DNA, so they can go to Chennai and score and progress to the finals. So it's all open right now despite the 1-1 draw at Fatoda last night. We have with us as always our expert former India forward Francis D'Souza, and we are all eager to get your analysis on FC Goa's performance last night. Francis, what do you make of Sergio Lopez's boys' performance?
Neeraj, after those resounding victories for qualification into the Final Four, I think there was a big expectation from fans and from everybody. Even I think Chennai were expecting a very competitive match with the firing squad of FC Goa.
Right.
But unfortunately that didn't happen. They were not in the best of elements to play that football. Somehow they started very lethargically and they got that goal in the second half which pepped them up a little. But then again, as always, they let the lead go away very quickly. Right. And now we have to take the battle to the home ground of Chennai. They have a slight advantage with that away goal rule. But I think as the equation stands, just as a draw, goalless draw, I think what FC Goa would have to do now is score a goal to win.
Right.
And that that's a possibility with the striking ability of our FC Goan footballers.
Right. We saw that Hugo Boumos was such a catalyst for FC Goa's resurgence in the last 3 or 4 games, but yesterday he missed out through an injury. And do you think that was the reason why FC Goa seemed to have lacked that energy in attack?
No, I don't think, because when you play a 2-leg semi-finals, you always start with a little bit of a caution. Even if you want to play home game with more of attacking philosophy, you will still have something at the back of your mind about the 2-leg option that you have for your semi-finals, and that creeps into your mind, and then naturally you can't produce the same football that they have done, because the last matches there was a equation of just winning, going out and winning there. So that was not the case here. So, and that's why I think that little bit of caution on part of FC Goa, because FC Goa was required to do all the attacking and try to get a big lead in this game, but that didn't happen.
Right.
But also strategy of the Chennai coach also worked very well. They were in control of the match. Augusto controlled the midfield very well. Their 3 foreign defenders gave nothing away. And they were always under pressure, and they have performed so well that they are proud that they are going home with a slight advantage.
Yes, probably as we are used to see FC Goa create many chances, but last night we thought FC Goa were not at the same mark. So did they struggle creating clear-cut opportunities for you as well?
Yes, I think you have seen that Koro was coming right up to the halfway line, trying to get the ball from his centre halves, and our centre halves were playing too deep in their own area, and that was the problem that was there. There were not too many passes played in the top of the midfield or in the attacking third. And that's where they were deprived of those opportunities or the 1-2s that they normally play. They were only relying on those drop balls which were put behind the defenders. And knowing the game of FC Goa, I think Chennai defenders were prepared for it. And they didn't give much away, except for that brilliant ball from Lanza, from the right wing to Mandar. And look, this man is a wizard.
Right.
He gives a ball from the right flank to Mandar. Mandar gets better of Calderon, plays it across the goal mouth. Koro makes an attempt, blocked,
Yes.
and you can see Lanza going for that ball. An opportunist and a goal-hungry player. He gets into the scoring positions. He reads the situation very well, and like an opportunist does, put the ball back in the net.
Yes. Apart from that moment, we also saw that there were few chances, there were few opportunities to create clear-cut chances, but some of the attempts by Mandar Rao Desai from the left flank really lacked any sort of conviction.
Yes, I mean, I think a couple of times we have seen the final ball, the quality ball wasn't there from Mandar. He went blank at certain point of time on the top of the box. I think that needs a little bit of improvement. And if you've seen, there was brilliant passes by Pronoy. Pronoy played a very, very good game for FC Goa yesterday. And there was one chance which he created for Koro. And Koro couldn't get the first touch properly. And that's why he was not being able to score. I think Koro lacked a little bit of explosiveness in yesterday's match, and it may be due to the fact that he was coming too deep down to take a ball and then initiate the attack and then go into the attacking zones. So I think that might have played a small part in his missing that explosiveness. Otherwise, once he gets a touch on the ball, he's very quicker than the opponents.
Right. Apart from one change, Edu Bedia coming in, we had another change necessitated by the suspension of Naveen Kumar. But Lakshmikant Katimani surely produced the best performance of the season for himself.
I think yesterday, if FC Goa is still in the game, it's because of those two brilliant saves by Katamani. I mean, 1 versus 1. You couldn't expect anything better than what Katamani did. And since he's always the black sheep of the family, I mean, you give devil the due, and we are happy that he has come up with those brilliant saves. Of course, much couldn't be done on those on that goal that was scored. He reacted a little late, and his basics were a little wrong, and that's how he considered this goal.
But that's the pattern we have seen, the goals coming from the left, the whole left by the left back not being in the position. So the defense lost the shape once again, and FC Goa considered that goal quickly.
Very rightly, just as you see Mandar going on the flanks, I think you've seen very often Narandas making those runs in the top of the box of the opponents. But your first responsibility is your defensive responsibilities, and that's where he lacked. And that's where Chennai has taken the advantage of the space created in that area, in the left back area, and they exploited the space that was created by Mandar's absence.
Right. Coming to Edu Bedia's position, if Hugo Bumos was fit, probably if Sergio Lopez had to put him in the starting 11, Edu Bedia could have been on the bench. So Edu started it, but looked a bit subdued to you.
No, I don't think so, because Edu Bedia has that natural flair of holding the ball, playing the ball to the width of the pitch, and then one or two long balls he will play to Koro or to Mandar. So that's been his style of play,
right.
And you cannot expect something different from him for a different game altogether. So I think that was the philosophy that was planned by himself as a player, by doing his own homework, and the coach's philosophy.
But there was no attempt by anybody to take long rangers like Pranay or Jahu or Edu. They didn't try to test the goalkeeper from a long range.
Normally what happens is, Neeraj, is when you don't get your act together, you sort of run out of ideas. And the natural flair of shooting from long range doesn't come to you. It sort of, the strong defense of Chennai created this possibility where they were thinking a lot how to play and get a grip of the normal game. So I think to take those long shots, it can also sometimes, if they are not on target, can discourage you morally. You see, so I think that's why they never tried this long shots.
Brandon Fernandez being brought on as a late substitute didn't seem to get into the game at all. So probably is not yet looking his old Brandon, the creative Brandon that we all saw in the earlier part of the season.
Yeah, Neeraj, you see there are players who come from the bench who are brilliant. They come and get into the act very quickly. I think Brendan doesn't fit into those type of players who will come from the bench and create a sensation. I mean, he used to, if you have seen him in the previous matches, he wants time to settle down, playing the ball across the park, across the width of the pitch, and then one or two penetrating passes that normally gets. Since the gaps between the defenders was not available, that also must have created a little bit of pressure on Brendan. That's why there wasn't much impact.
Yes. Yes, so in this match there were not many moments which reached the dizzy heights of football. So what can we expect now going into the second leg?
I think for both the teams there's no looking back. You got to still, at the back of your mind, you have still got to decide that it's 0-0 and we are playing a new game altogether because the advantage for Chennai is minimal. I mean, no team would go with that advantage into a match, considering how strong FC Goa is. So I think it's going to be a very interesting match. I think we are going to come back in our form, Koro and company, and I think we are going to get an outright result in that match at Chennai.
Tactically, Chennai in FC coach could resolve to defense first approach and stop FC Goa.
Yeah, because he will be expecting that FC Goa is going to go all out, and they are attacking philosophy. So I think he will be a little cautious. He may keep on playing the four defenders and four halves and play 4-4-2 system. But there are some coaches who would like to play 5 defenders at the back with 4 in the midfield, fill up the midfield, which is the strength of FC Goa. And then you have a lone striker in JJ or Rafiq to come and do the work of chasing those long balls or on a counter.
Right. Result in the first leg, how do you see that, and overall your thoughts on the performance?
Bueno, el resultado yo creo que está todo por decidir.
I think the result is yet to be decided.
Creo que la eliminatoria está abierta al 100%.
I think the elimination between both teams is still completely open.
Creo que nosotros, para pasar, teníamos que tener claro que allí tenemos que marcar.
What we have clear is that for us to go through, we need to score there.
Y es difícil hoy conseguir un resultado holgado contra un equipo como Chennai, un equipo fuerte, un equipo defensivamente muy bien trabajado.
Today, it was a little difficult to get a result against a team that is as well organized, as well defensively strong, and as they were today against Chennai.
Por lo tanto, el hecho de tener que marcar allí no creo que sea un obstáculo para intentar conseguir y poder pasar a la final.
But having said that, for us it's not such an obstacle as such to go there and try and score a goal, because that's what we need to make it to the final.
El rendimiento del equipo, yo creo que ha habido fases diferentes.
I think with regards to the performance of the team, there was different phases.
Creo que ya ha habido mucha distancia entre líneas.
I thought there was a lot of space between the lines.
Hemos tenido la posesión muy lejos de la portería adversaria.
We had possession, but it was very far away from the opposition's goal.
Y llegábamos con muy poca gente arriba.
And when we were attacking, we weren't having lots of numbers up there when we were close to their goal.
Entonces eso ha hecho que nos partiéramos un poco y físicamente nos costara mucho más.
So what this resulted in was that the team was a little bit more divided, and physically it cost us a little bit as well.
Hi, Coach Ansel from Go. Did you miss Bomos in particular today, and will he be available for the next game?
Creemos que se va a recuperar para el siguiente partido.
We think he'll recover in time for the next game.
Ha sido un tema también de prevención, de no forzar mucho.
It was also a case of not ensuring that we didn't take any risks.
Vamos a ver cómo se encuentra en estos 2 días y si puede participar en el siguiente partido.
We'll see how he is in the next couple of days and see if he can play in the next game.
Y yo creo que no, porque nos falte un jugador, no podemos poner una excusa. Yo creo que sería irresponsable por mi parte escudarme en la falta de un jugador.
Just because the player's out doesn't mean that we can put the excuse on that, saying that the player was out, because it'd be irresponsible on my part to do that.
Chennai got a away goal advantage today, but FC Goa have scored a lot of goals in the previous games. How confident are you going into Chennai?
Claro que tenemos confianza.
Yeah, of course we have confidence.
No hemos perdido nada.
We haven't lost anything.
No es el resultado que a lo mejor nos hubiera gustado, evidentemente.
Obviously it's not a result perhaps that we wouldn't have liked.
Pero la eliminatoria está abierta completamente.
But the game and the result is completely open so far.
Somos un equipo que normalmente consigue goles.
We're a team that normally, score goals.
¿Y por qué no lo vamos a hacer allí?
And why can't we do it then?
Mi confianza es máxima.
My confidence is maximum.
Creo que tenemos muchas posibilidades de poder estar en la final.
I think we have a lot of possibilities to be in the final.
Y hay que cerrar las cosas muy bien en el siguiente partido.
And we have to do things very well in the next game.
Are you contented with the 1-1 result today, given that you have an away goal?
No, not at all. When I look at the opportunities we had to score, we could have been going back with a 3-0 advantage, to be fair. We had clear opportunities, one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and Katiman, to be fair to him, he did exceptionally well, made some very good saves, and I think his team should thank him very much for the saves that he made, because it certainly kept the tie alive. I mean, he kept a clean sheet right up until the end when we managed to get a goal. But up until then, he performed very well, and we were disappointed in many respects. I've had to talk to a couple of my players just to try and get their chins off their chests, because they were disappointed with the chances that we had, and we didn't take them. But at the end of the match, I was very happy to come away with a 1-1 draw. I think that's 6 matches now we're unbeaten, and there's a real, as you saw from our guys, they just keep going, whatever's put in front of them. We had over a 2-hour journey to get here tonight. I think we got here about quarter 7, which wasn't easy. We literally got changed and went straight out on the pitch and got on with the game. So I'm delighted with the performance and of course the result.
Coach of Chennai FC, John Gregory, would be happier of both of them, naturally so.
Definitely, because the reputation that FC Goa has, you have the highest scorer, Golden Boot player into your team, and they can be very lethal when they are going. So with that at the back of his mind, I think this was a very satisfactory result for him, because he couldn't expect away goal advantage in a match in the home state like Goa for FC Goa.
So a big game coming up your way on Tuesday, and that's the second leg of this second semi-finals of the ISL 4 between FC Goa and Chennai FC. So everything to be played for, and you have fit again Hugo Boumos for that game, and we all know how FC Goa, where FC Goa came back to life with Hugo Boumos playing the inspirational attacking midfielder in the last 3 games of the league phase, where FC Goa scored 12 goals to clinch their place in the top 4 positions. So the Gors can still do it, and you all have to motivate and force Goa. You have to be with the force. So that's all the time we have here with us. Thank you very much, Francis D'Souza,
Thank you for having me.
For giving your insight into this beautiful game of football and increasing our love for the game. So thanks for watching, and keep watching Prudent Media. Goodbye.